going to be a nice addition to the room.
Why were you a fan? What stood out about him, would you say?
So my first time watching him was in college when we were playing Ohio State in the Natty. I know he played against him, so I was studying some of the corners over there, and he just popped out on the tape. And ever since then, I've been a fan. So just the way that he runs routes, the releases he does, and things like that, I feel like we're kind of similar.
AJ said that, you know, he has an opportunity ahead of him because of the attention that you guys get. He spoke to his experiences, hearing what the defense says for him. Over the past couple of years, what is it that you hear when they see, you know, how they dedicate to you on the field?
I think it just depends on who you're playing. You know, you have some teams that have guys that feel like they can put one-on-one with us and they just play their defense regularly versus, you know, a team that kind of adds a little more attention to us. And I think week in, week out, that changes. But I think it's going to be hard for a lot of teams with the addition of Saquon, with Jahan, and all the other weapons that we have. That if you just try to zero in on, you know, one person, we have plenty of other guys that can make plays.
He's come to your softball game. How did that come about, and did you get to know him well in those interactions?
Knowing that he was from the area, I feel like that was a big part of it. Him being from the area, just inviting somebody that's been around there, somebody that has ties to it.
With 3 softball games there, are you now an honorary Lehigh Valley guy in addition to Saquon and Jahan?
Yeah, for sure.
What's your vision of this offense right now and what it's going to be when you guys get on the field on Friday? Do you have a feel for that?
Nah, not really. You kind of have to get into the groove of, you know, the game plan and things like that. As right now, we haven't done that yet. We haven't, you know, dug into the game plan. So I feel like when we get there, then I kind of have a clue. But as of right now, you know, we're still in the phase where we're focused on ourselves, still trying to make every individual get better.
We saw you this summer line up inside quite a bit. In this offense, is there an opportunity for you to really succeed in that role?
Like I said, I think it just depends on the game plan, depend on who we're playing. Ultimately, that's up to the coaches. So, you know, kind of won't know until the game plan comes out.
Do you like being in there?
I'll be anywhere. It doesn't matter to me.
How much are you looking forward to kind of like showing everybody what this offense can do? I mean, like none of you guys have really played at all during the preseason games. Your first game is going to be next week in Brazil. Like, you know, how much is that exciting for you?
I don't think it's just showing everybody else. I think it's just, you know, proving to ourselves the work that we've done the past month, coming out here grinding every day with each other. The work that we've put in, the time that we've put in, watching film with each other, you know, helping each other out, whether it's, you know, running routes, you know, quarterback in the low line with protections and things like that. I think it's more so just helping each other out and just being excited for each other that we get to go out there and do this together.
Do you anticipate that this is maybe the most movement that you'll have since Alabama? Obviously, that was useful for you.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, getting out there and practice is one thing, but like I said, going to the game plan, different teams and things like that, that may not be the case for some teams.
Are there more option routes in this offense?
I feel like option route is something that we've always done. Definitely something that we've always done. But like I said, I can't really just pinpoint it until we get there.
Therefore, I mean, if, you know, whether there is or isn't, late last season you talked there was a couple of games where I think you talked about the communication issues that maybe between quarterback and receiver. How much have you guys had to hone that in light of also having a new offense?
I think it's more of a when it happens, because you can just sit there and talk about, oh, we need to communicate, we need to do this, but it's more so you have to be in that moment, in that situation. So we can have talks outside of on the field, in the building, things like that about, oh, we need to communicate better. It takes place when it's on the field. So I feel like we've been doing good, adjusting on the fly. When things did come up in camp, I feel like we communicated well, but you know, that only happens when things come up. So as they come up, we will handle it as so.
DeVonta, Britton was talking about you yesterday. As a smaller receiver, he seems to try to look at you and your success. How's that relationship progressed over the years with him?
It's great. We joke all the time about, you know, being probably, well, for sure, being the smallest guys on the team. He probably weighs a little more than me, so I consider myself the smallest guy. But we joke all the time about that. He's a phenomenal person, phenomenal player. Just the relationship, it's more than just football. What is us talking about, you know, the kids and things like that or anything else. He's the light of the room. In the room, he's the guy that's always keeping the spirits up. You know, no matter if anybody's having a bad day, he's going to be the guy to always make sure that everybody in the room is having fun, that whoever it is that may be down a day, that he doesn't continue to let them feel that way.
DeVonta, what are your thoughts on playing in Brazil, going, quite a distance to play your...
Say it again?
What are your thoughts on playing in Brazil, going this great distance to play a game?
No comment.
Really? Not excited? You're not?
It's football. Just line up.
Okay, thanks, DeVonta. We'll get an
Thanks,
invitation here.
DeVonta.